So what is the truth? You know, I often hear people talking about, well, this is my truth, you know, and I think what that really is this is my experience based on my perception. So you have to be really careful when we're talking about truth and when we're talking about perception, and can we even understand what the difference is? Because truth is one, truth is whole, truth is complete. It doesn't have any separation, it doesn't have any separate parts, although we think it can because we see ourselves as separate from it. But we are truth because we come from truth. So I did not create myself. So what I have now is an experience where I'm believing that what I'm seeing is reality, but the great reality, but the truth is that I am whole and I am love, because love and truth are one and the same. The thing about truth and the thing about love is that it can only extend. It can never be separated, it can never be limited. It can be limited by my perception, but my perception is not necessarily true because I'm looking at it from a position. Love is whole, love is truth, and truth is whole, and truth is love. I am an extension of that truth, I am an extension of that love, because that is my creator. So my only real function is then to share that, is to carry that, is to reach out. That's why we have this feeling or this need or this desire to connect with people, this desire to give, to be part of, to belong, is because what we are really demonstrating is our true inheritance. We talk a lot about romantic love, but romantic love has a tendency to end, to fizzle out, to fade away. And it's interesting because you can always see how much truth you are is in your life, how much truth that you're experiencing, and you know, you can base that upon the level of the peace that you have inside, the level of contentment in your life. Any pain and suffering is just a massive indication that there is a huge amount of truth that is lacking. And see, the opposite to love is obviously fear, and so dependent on how much of that we have in us and how much of that we think we perceive, then that's obviously only going to obscure the truth and prevent it from shining its light. So this is again why we go on to talk about the truth setting you free. You know, the saying that the truth will set you free, well, of course it will. You know, as we said, truth cannot be contained, it cannot be manipulated, it can't be changed, separated, divided. As we say, perception is not truth. So, you know, in truth there is freedom there, because it can, like we say, only extend. It can only continue. It's pure. So when we talk about freedom, what we're really experiencing is a state of truth. There's a lot of confusion and dissatisfaction because people will look to the world for truth. People will look to the world for revelation, but the pathways of the world lead to absolutely nothing. So it's definitely an inside job. It's by self-examination that one is able to achieve self-revelation. And that comes from the inheritance that I have within me, which is that power, which is that knowledge, which is that truth.